Hey, it's the Midnight Round, and today we're going to be looking at some favourite horror film characters recreated by a 7-year-old child. Now, I found these pictures on a Facebook group called Horror Junkie. I will link it down below so you can go take a look. We're going to take a look at some of this recreated characters by this 7-year-old child. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm the Midnight Raven. I love all things horror, gore, macabre, and crazy and weird. So the first picture we are looking at is obviously my favourite DC character, and this is the Joker. Obviously, she didn't I wonder if she did actually dye her hair green. It does look like it. I do like that she got the hair. The purple suit is obviously a homage to one of the originals. I think it's done really, really well. Let's move to a personal favourite of mine is the movie The Crow. This is recreating Brandon Lee featuring in The Crow. I like the dark hair. Even the makeup is on point. It looks like she's wrapped like tape or bin bags around her to get the very weird texture of his outfit. I think this is done so well. Let me know down below if you love The Crow as much as I do. Ooh, now we're getting into the creepy stuff. This is the doll, obviously, from Annabelle. Now, I've seen the first Annabelle, and I haven't seen things like The Conjuring and that obviously follow from it. But this doll doesn't seem as creepy as some of the horror dolls that I have witnessed. I mean, even Chucky himself, he's only scary when he has a knife, in my eyes. Here we have another franchise that I am a fan of, and this is obviously Hellraiser. That looks painful, yet scary. Now, Hellraiser is not for everybody. It is a franchise more directed at the more extreme horror fans, I would say, personally. It's not one that you would just whack on for any old horror fan. You'd have to really be into it. But I think this is done really well. And here we have Jason. Is it from... Oh my god, I've forgotten the movie. Someone let me know down below. Jason from... Is this Friday the 13th? Or have I got it the wrong way around? This is Jason Voorhees, is it? And this is obviously Friday the 13th series, where Jason goes around and kills people. I never got into Friday the 13th movies, if I'm absolutely honest. I know, don't come for me. Now, here we have another one, and I believe this is from Trick or Treat, and this is Sam. He's a very, very deadly scarecrow, mind you. I don't know if I want to take a trick or treat of this scarecrow. I believe he's called Sam. Again, I haven't seen this franchise, but I'm sure it's called Trick or Treat. Here we have a movie that's also been redone recently, and this is obviously It. It was a very, very scary clown back in the day and portrayed really well. The newer movies are okay. They're not my favourite. I do prefer classics. I'm not a big fan of remakes. Don't come for me. This one is really coolly done, and I'm not sure what horror film it is. I honestly can't think. Anyone knows what horror this one is? Let me know down below. I was drawing a blank for some reason. Maybe it's The Bird. I don't know. There's the film where she has to cover her eyes constantly. I honestly don't know which one this is. I'm very sorry. Okay, here she is recreated out of something possibly out of The Walking Dead. I'm not exactly sure. It does look very Walking Dead-y, kind of zombified. It looks like they put a lot of effort into this. They must have a whole Instagram or something, I'm going to assume. Here we have the girl dressed up as, I believe this is a leprechaun. I have only seen the first Leprechaun one, and I wasn't very overwhelmed. Obviously, it's like a B-rate movie in my eyes. But Leprechaun was a really cool movie about a leprechaun who ended up killing people because, you know, that's what leprechauns do. They kill people. Now, this one, I was conflicted on what she was actually portraying, but I think she's maybe portraying the craft. I think the kind of rose-tinted glasses and the long flowing skirt and being in a graveyard, I want to say she's reenacting the craft, but I think I'm also wrong. Let me know down below what you think. Now, this one was kind of cool. I thought maybe she was recreating The Strangers, but then I also thought that it was something else. Now, I think this is really cool. It's a bunny in the water, and I thought it was The Strangers, but then I was thinking maybe it was Donnie Darko with the rabbit face. I haven't watched every horror movie on the planet, and I'm more towards psychological torture horror, if I'm honest. But let me know down below what movie this is from. Now, here we have a real cool one. Now, this is obviously 13 Ghosts, and this is the Jackal, one of my favourite ghosts from the series. This is portrayed really well. If you haven't watched 13 Ghosts, it's a film about 13 ghosts, and it is very unnerving. You're quite on the edge of your seat as you go through the film, so highly worth watching. And the Jackal is just super scary. Here we have a classic, as I mentioned earlier, Chucky. Although it's not the scariest doll ever, there are scary dolls out there. Chucky, to me, seemed like a very harmless child's character that obviously just got a poor name of viciously killing people. So here we have another picture, and this is obviously the clown from House of a Thousand Corpses, and then it also features in the Devil Rejects series. I cannot remember the clown's name for the life of me. He had a really cool name. House of a Thousand Corpses. Honestly, can't remember his name. It's like Mr. Jingles or something. Probably just something so nice. It is a black American comedy. It was done by Rob Zombie. And I can't remember the character's name. Oh, Spaulding. That was it. Captain Spaulding. If you haven't seen Devil's Rejects, I highly recommend watching it. I've watched Devil's Rejects that feature Captain Spaulding, and the one that started it, you got House of a Thousand Corpses as well. Highly recommend all 4 movies. Here we have another recreation, and I believe this is recreating, I want to say Corpse's Bride. I'm probably wrong on all of these and just making stuff up as I go along, but the whole Blue-esque gives me Corpse's Bride film vibes. Let me know down below. And here we have the Stuff of Nightmares. This is a very scary, girly McDonald-esque character. I don't know what else to describe this as, but if she's making my Happy Meal, I'll pass. So here we have another clown, and this is from the Terrifier, I believe it was called. I can't remember what the clown was called. Was it called Twisty the Clown? I think they've recently done a Twisty. I honestly can't remember. Twisty the Clown was the one from American Horror Story. I honestly can't remember this clown's name, but I know it's from the film Terrifier, which I've only ever seen once, hence it being terrifying. Okay, so I remembered the clown was called Art the Clown. I probably could have had a more interesting name. This, I believe, is Carrie, from the movie Carrie, where they dropped the blood on her. I'm not exactly sure if it is, but it does look like it. I've only ever seen Carrie once. It wasn't a film that really interested me. Let me know if you've seen Carrie before. And here we have the last one, and I'm going to guess that this is from Mad Max, maybe. Obviously, they couldn't stick her in a real modified, pimped out kind of crazy car. But this has got the skulls all over it and the goggles, so I'm going to assume this is Mad Max. Now, Mad Max isn't necessarily a horror film. It just can pertain some gore and stuff, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a horror film. But let me know down below your favourite one out of this. I think this 7-year-old girl with either her mum or dad, she's really talented when it comes to the faces. I will link the page down below. I got this from Horror Junkie, but they actually do have an Instagram and that where they feature all of these. So I'm going to link everything down below. Let me know your favourite picture from this, or if they haven't done your favourite horror movie, what horror movie would you love to see this girl portray? Also, 'tis the season to be given. We still have not reached the new year yet, so if you'd like to help donate to my channel in any way, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Thanks. Currently, it's all going to paying my electric bill. And at the end of the year, we will start funding my son's baby shower because my son is having a child. Announcement coming up soon with more details about that. Like and subscribe. Give it a big thumbs up. Why not? It's free. And I will see you very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.